Hi everyone, today I thought I would do my latest instalment in my sustainability series, although I haven't actually done what I said I would do. If you're new to this series, I will link the playlist below. This is only maybe the third instalment in this, but the way that it works is I make some kind of swap or lifestyle change, only small things, and see how I get on with it, and then I share with you guys what I think about it. And then I set myself a new one, and hopefully I will find some changes that work for us and just, make little actions to be a bit more green, a bit more sustainable, environmentally friendly, whatever that is. However, last month I set myself a target of visiting a refill shop, and I haven't done it. So basically I have found some, but I've been really, really busy, and the ones that I found I just haven't managed to line up actually visiting when I've been where they are. So I will do that, and I will set that as the next goal. By the way, you can take part as well if you would like to, and I've set up a Facebook group so that we can talk on there. That will be linked below if you would like to follow along, join in, share tips. I would love that. It's only a little group, but I just think it would be nice to share ideas and tips and all those kinds of things. Anyway, what I changed this episode to is buying some clothes and those kinds of things secondhand on Vinted. It's the Vinted part that has changed this for me, and I have ended up buying a lot more than I normally do and really enjoying it, and genuinely I can see this being my main form of shopping. Whereas in the past I have bought things secondhand. I love a good charity shop. I will buy things on eBay, Depop, around just where you come across secondhand things. Like I've gone to clothes swaps and jumble sales and all kinds of things. So I've picked up secondhand bits here and there, but I have combined that with buying new, doing like sales shopping, because it's always good to get a good price, especially when I've got 3 kids. I think having kids does make you buy a lot more secondhand things or share stuff with friends because kids grow so fast. So the thing that has changed is that I found myself doing it a lot more, and that's because of Vinted. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about why. This isn't an ad, by the way. I just genuinely have really enjoyed shopping on Vinted. So I'm going to explain why the change, the impact that's had, and do a little haul for you of some things I've bought recently. The only thing I can think of that I've bought new lately, although I've been shopping with the kids a few times, is I bought a pair of trousers, and actually they're a bit too short for me because I'm slightly taller than petite. So if I buy petite, it's too short, and if I buy regular, it's too long usually. And I thought that these shorter ones, normally if I buy regular length stuff, I'll just wear it with heels. I won't get it altered. And I thought these trousers were spot on, and they're not. They're a bit short. So I'm going to have to get the hem dropped down, and that's on my to-do list because I do still really like them. I've bought a few things for the kids, but I've also bought a few secondhand things for the kids. But what I found is I'm not feeling like, oh, I need a shopping trip. I'm feeling like, oh, I want that thing. I'm just going to see if it's on Vinted. I'm finding myself just sort of shopping on there as a preference. And so, yeah, the reason for this is I do still visit charity shops for just, I like kind of a mooch, see what you find. And sometimes I will get some stuff. And actually, I've got one item that's from a charity shop that I'm going to share in my haul. So it's sort of just a thing I enjoy, and locally to me in Deal. Deal has brilliant charity shops. If you are visiting Kent and you're going to Deal, very good for the charity shop game. But other than that, if I wanted something, let's say I wanted a new coat, I might look on eBay and I might look on Depop in the past. But I found eBay I don't really use anymore because it's just really full of sort of drop shipping type stuff. I don't know if you guys have found this, and I feel like I can filter that out by saying search for used, but then sometimes I want to chance upon a new item that someone's just selling because it doesn't fit or something. And I don't know, and I think the whole bidding thing I find frustrating because I want to just decide I'm going to buy something. I know I in the past I would often have also searched for buy it now because I thought I just don't want to deal with the whole auction thing because, you know, it sometimes just spirals, or you think, oh, I found that thing and I really like it. You've either got to wait, in which time I then find that I haven't won the item and then I've got to start looking again, or I don't know. I don't get on with eBay. I think a lot of why I want to talk about Vinted is because I really enjoy how it works, and that's why it's changed things. I used to use Depop as like my main thing, and I sold a few things on there, bought a few things on there, but I found that the stuff I sold just wasn't really selling. I also found that I don't think there's as many users as there are on Vinted. So sometimes I would be looking for something and I just didn't find it. And that's why I ended up going to Vinted anyway, is because I was looking for something. I can't remember what it was and couldn't find it, and thought, oh, maybe I'll look on Vinted then. Must have been something higher priced for me to not just go, I'll go to the shops and get it. Anyway, whatever it was, bought it on Vinted. And then I found lately that I keep being chucked out of Depop as well. So I will go to use it. At the moment, I don't even know my login details. I couldn't tell you. I'm chucked out of it. And in the past, I've done like a reset password and I get back in. And then I just find it harder to use. And I think sometimes the prices can be some of them are a bit high, and whatever, postage can be a bit variable. Whereas Vinted, I genuinely have just found it really good, and there's loads of stuff on there, so pretty much always I can find something I want for a price that I want. So I've been really pleased with it, and it has meant that lately I haven't bought anything anywhere else. I've actually had a big declutter of my wardrobe because I've bought some new things and I really like them, and it's made me kind of go, actually, I think my style has changed a little bit. I'm going to charity shop some of these things, make some space, and I'm going to buy some things secondhand on Vinted. Now, I will talk a little bit before I do the haul about the sustainability side of things, because there is something that I want to comment on. On one hand, obviously, these are secondhand clothes, and so that means that that's circular fashion, something somebody else doesn't want because they don't like it anymore or it doesn't fit them, someone else can use. And for me, although I enjoy the charity shops, obviously when you're looking at the whole of Vinted, you're going to have so much more available because there's just more stuff than there is in a charity shop. So yeah, it should mean if I'm looking for something specific rather than just do I find something nice, Vinted is going to be a good place to go to. However, the packaging is something worth bearing in mind. And I know there's a lot of memes on TikTok and what have you about the stuff that you find turns up and it's just in like a carrier bag that's been like taped around. But actually, I don't have a problem with that. I would like someone to use something hanging around their house. I actually always feel a little bit disappointed when someone has bought a nice like mailing bag, because I think, oh, like now that's plastic and I wanted to buy something that, you know, was more sustainable. So for me, somebody reusing some packaging from their own house, that's what I do when I sell stuff secondhand. I've got like a big sack. If you watch my author, this lipstick is a lot. Or if you watch my author storage tour, I've got a big sack of packaging. So yeah, I would like just wrap something in bubble wrap and brown paper, or reuse some packaging that I have, rather than buying something new and plastic. Or as I say, I would rather somebody sent it in a bag for life type situation with tape around it, although I'm probably going to end up ripping it, undoing it, so then I can't use the bag. But at least hopefully that was a bag that had a previous life. I don't know. I would just rather somebody reuse things. I know that that might mean that their address is on it. So I know that's tricky and you might need to try and scrub your address out. Maybe that's why people do it. Maybe they just aren't concerned in that same way. But yeah, I just do find that when somebody has bought packaging, I just go, oh, that's a shame. It could have been not. So that's going to make it less sustainable if you've got these single-use packagings. And the thin plastic ones I can't really reuse. We sometimes, if they're big enough, use them as bin bags, but aside from that, generally they just get binned. Right, I'm going to show you what I've got lately because I'm really pleased. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into the haul because I am really pleased with the things that I've got. I think as well, that's part of it, is that it's always hit and miss when you're buying stuff on the internet secondhand. It might come and you go, oh, it's not quite what I wanted. I think I've had more hits than misses on Vinted, which I'm pleased about. The first thing that I got was this jumper. I like to treat myself to some new knitwear every winter, and I treated myself to this. I really like it. Last year I bought some kind of patterned jumpers and I really liked them, but I thought actually let's get something plain, and I have a few black things. Now my kids are older, they don't kind of cover me in like paint and mud and whatever as much as they did, so I'm going for white. I really like this. It's just a cropped cable knit jumper. I like it a lot. So I got that. The next thing, which just happens to be closest to me, this isn't actually from Vinted, this is from a charity shop, and I got this, do you call this plaid? I think it's plaid, tartan, don't know, dress, and I really like it. I wore this to work the other day and got some lovely compliments on it as well. So just button up, wear it with opaque tights. It's got like slight slits in the side. Don't know if you can see that. So it's actually quite a flattering cut. I have a weird relationship with button up stuff. I sometimes find I feel a bit like, I don't know, like not feminine. I feel like it sometimes doesn't suit my face, but this, I think maybe it's because I can wear it not fully buttoned up and it looks all right like that. I don't know, something about this or the colour palette or something. I really like it. In the past, I've bought like plaid button-up shirts, things like that, and I end up charity shopping them. But that, you know when you just put it on, you're like, I really like this. And actually my husband said he liked it as well, which was nice. And feels a bit autumny. I like it. I was really pleased with that. So the next thing I want to show you, I'm going to insert some footage because I bought my daughter a coat and she's wearing it. She's at school while I'm filming this. So I remembered to pre-film her wearing her little coat. She absolutely loves this. I can't remember what brand it is. I'll insert it on the screen. As I say, it's not here, so I can't check. She helped me choose this. She really enjoyed looking through and seeing what she would like. Another thing, of course, with buying secondhand is that I don't have to go anywhere, which is just joyful. So yeah, we could sit and do this at home without having to traipse around the shops. She really likes this. The sleeves aren't padded, which actually is really good because she can move in it a little bit more easily. It's really, really thick and it is a little bit too big for her, but that's not a bad thing with a kid's coat. So it should do her for next winter as well. And she really likes it, so that's cool. I then bought my older daughter this coat. She's at secondary now and she needed to have some sort of plainer clothes. She's got lots of colourful things, but we thought we'd go for black now that she's at secondary. It's not that cold today, so she hasn't got this. This is Hollister medium coat and furry soft inside, and it's really nice. Fits her really nicely. Yeah, just pleased with that. So that'll be nice once the weather gets a bit colder. I find at secondary they don't wear thick coats unless they have to because they don't want to carry them around. On that note though, I did buy her a thin rain jacket which she has with her today. I got that on Vinted, forgot to film it, so there's that. My eldest, he has a thick coat but his only thin coat was getting a little bit small, so he has actually bought himself a thin like raincoat on his own Vinted account. Hasn't arrived yet, but yeah, he's joined that vibe, so that's really cool that he's buying secondhand as well. And it's been like kind of cute sharing Vinted links with each other. Anyway, so he got that. So that's coats, children's coat. It is really good to buy children's coats secondhand because they can be quite expensive. Right, what should we do next? I'm going to do this one. So I bought myself a new bag. My handbag that I was using was like a blue normal handbag, and I just felt like I wasn't enjoying the handbag vibe. Like having something over my shoulder, it felt annoying, like just not that comfortable to carry. I felt like I didn't really like what it did with an outfit. I go backwards and forwards between handbags and backpacks, and I think my last one broke and I was like, I'm going to go with handbag. And I'm like, Now, actually, my handbag I did get at a charity shop. But this one, was from Vinted. So this is, where's it from? I think it's Accessorize. And I thought it was really cute. I wanted one that wasn't a colour as well. I can't see a brand in here because I've had colourful ones in the past and I have a few colourful handbags, but I feel like brown goes with everything. And I just thought it was cute with like the little bow, and I could take these off and probably, well, no, sorry, you can make them like crossed. You can't take them off the bottom, I've just noticed. Basically, I'm sure I can kind of, oh, I see. No, you can put, right, now I don't understand because there's clips at the front. I was under the impression that I could change the clip so it becomes a handbag, but I've never actually looked at it and tried to figure out how that is done until this very moment. But there is some kind of system for putting a handle there, but I don't understand the system. That doesn't matter because I probably wouldn't use it that much anyway. But part of my choosing it was me going, I could turn it into a handbag. Maybe I can't. Maybe there's meant to be something that comes with, because you can't take the bottom of those off, surely. No, you can't. So, don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. I like it like this. It's got a little pocket at the back. It's got this pocket at the front, which I was keeping my like reusable bag in, but actually it's a bit big. So I've started putting that on the inside. It's full of my stuff, but it's got a zippy there, various. It's got like 3 compartments inside. So that's my handbag. Along the same lines, whatever the word is, I bought for work, hang on, I'm going to do it up. I bought myself a new backpack because I had one that I got from IKEA and it was dead cheap. I bought it at the time because I needed one and didn't want to pay loads of money for a new one, but secondhand is the answer, right? I just found that the IKEA one I had was fine, but just felt a bit just plain. It was green, but that was it. And quite kind of on the small side. So I've used it for ages and I will keep it because often, so if we go on holiday, we might not take hold luggage, we might only take backpacks. So a spare one is helpful because sometimes my little one's bags are a bit small, so she could take one of mine. And when we go for days out, we quite often take backpacks with drinks and all the stuff. So having spares is really helpful. But I got this for work. Basically, when I say work, I'm not talking about writing things, I'm talking about supply teaching. Taking any kind of, I used to take like an over-the-shoulder bag, but it cuts into your shoulder, it's uncomfortable, it ends up as a swamp of stuff. Backpacks are the way forward. Often doing supply, I am classroom to classroom as well. So this is huge. I don't think I realised how huge it was. It's massive, but I still like it. It's Roxy. I like my surfer brands. Part of why, not that I have many of them, but there we are. Part of what I liked about it is I just like that shape there for the shoulder straps. And it's got loads of pockets. So I can put my phone in a small pocket. It's got like this little one. It's got this little one. It is full of my stuff. I was supply teaching yesterday and it's still got all my stuff in it. It's got here. Do you want an impromptu bag tour of some of the stuff I take? It's got like all my purse and stuff still in it. They're not in my handbag. Pencil case. What else have we got? Book I'm reading at the moment. And the bookmark is just a scrap of paper. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Enjoying that. Reusable water bottle. And this is a folder with like my DBS and stuff in it because you have to take it sometimes. And then I've got this because I haven't got a laptop sleeve yet. And that was what I was carrying my laptop in, an old Jiffy bag. So I'm really pleased with that for work. That's really good. I can't remember how much any of these things were. I'll put it on the screen. Next up was something I was a little bit disappointed in. I bought myself 2 dresses. I will keep them both, but let me tell you. So I wanted some dresses for going out. You know, it's coming up to the season where you end up Christmas parties. I already have one booked. Halloween parties, those kinds of things, meals out, whatever. Also, I'm in a band and I like to have outfits for that. And I thought, let's get some dresses that I could use for either. so that I get plenty of use out of them. What I tend to do is buy gig outfits secondhand, wear them for a couple of gigs, and then often just re-charity shop them. Sometimes if I love them, I will keep them, but I don't mind if I'm only paying, let's say, a £5 to maybe wear it 2 or 3 times and then re-charity shop it. Because, you know, it's kind of fun to dress up. There's that part of it, but also because there's photographs and whatever. And especially if what I'm wearing is something more unusual or, you know, not plain, if that makes sense, then I feel like you're going to spot that I'm wearing it a lot. I don't know, but yeah, I would say probably about half of the things that I wear for gigs, I only wear for a couple and then charity shop. So yeah, buying secondhand obviously makes sense. But these I have bought with more intention of keeping and wearing them for going out, if that makes sense. I bought this one. I really like it. I really like the sort of slightly squarey neckline. It's from Next. It's like lace, black here. So I thought ideal for Halloween. You could do a witchy look with this. Ideal for Christmas. You could wear it with opaque tights and boots. You could wear it with heels. You could wear, I don't know, just felt like I could dress it up different ways and that it would be really versatile, good for a gig. But it is slightly too big, and I'm still going to keep it because my weight fluctuates anyway, and this will definitely fit me at sometimes better than others. And also because I could put a belt with it, I could put a jumper over it or a cardigan or, you know, something like that and style it differently so that you can't tell it's slightly too big. But if I do decide actually I'm not really wearing it because I don't feel like it looks amazing, then I'll just charity shop it. That's okay. That's one of the things that I like about buying secondhand clothes is that, you know, if you've bought something new, okay, you've tried it on, so you probably know how well it does or doesn't fit. But I feel like, you know, I'm just a bit disappointed if I end up charity shopping it. Also, I do buy online sometimes from brands that I like Joni or something, and sometimes something comes and you go, oh, well, maybe I like it a bit, and you end up keeping it, or, oh, it'll fit better if I gain weight, lose weight, whatever. And then it kind of never does, and then you end up charity shopping it, and that's sad too. So when it's secondhand, I don't mind so much because I think, well, it's almost like a slight tax on buying secondhand that some of the things, a certain percentage of the things that you get, you end up sending back. Last of all is the thing that I'm most disappointed with, I think. So this is another dress, again, bought with the intention of nights out or gigs or whatever, a versatile dress that I would hope to keep. It's Karen Millen, so I was like, that's a really nice brand. You could wear this, oh, I'll show you first. It's got like a drop hem, so it's short that side, long that side. And I thought you could wear that to a wedding maybe with like nude shoes and nice bag and like hat, could be cute. You could wear it for a meal, you could wear it for like any kind of function. You could dress this up differently. For a gig, then I'd do like big makeup, whatever. So I thought, yeah, I'll wear that loads. Anyway, thing number one is it's slightly too small for me. I think that's okay, and I am going to keep this, by the way. I'm just telling you the things that are slightly disappointing. It is ever so slightly too small. I messaged my friend Laura because I was like, I've bought 2 dresses. They're the same dress size. The one from Next is too big and the one from Karen Millen is too small. I reckon there's a dress size between them, and, you know, one is half a size too small and one is half a size too big, I reckon. She was like, yeah, I know. She was like, Next does come up a bit big. So frustrating, but anyway, this will be fine, although it's slightly too small. Again, having clothes, because my weight fluctuates, like, I don't keep masses of stuff in that way, but I also clear stuff out a lot, so if I don't end up wearing it, again, I will just declutter it. So it's not like it ends up where I've got loads of things of all different sizes. If it doesn't get worn, it will go. But the other thing is, number one, it's not washed. It said on the listing, worn a couple of times. It's got deodorant marks, which I was like, I wouldn't care as much if it was something that I could just go, oh well, and throw it in the washing machine. But it's dry clean only. And he said to the person, I messaged the seller and said, you didn't say it was dry clean only. I actually wouldn't have bought it if I'd have known, because I don't want to pay for dry cleaning. And they were like, well, there's no bit where you have to say what the washing instructions are. And I'm like, well, yeah, but dry cleaning is different because basically you're giving me a thing I have to pay for and organise. What I think I'm going to do, I have raised it with the seller and she's offered a partial refund, but I don't think you can do that on Vinted. I'm still talking to her about it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand wash it, and if it gets destroyed, then it gets destroyed. I think that's what I will do because I like it and I will wear it. I mean, not right now because it's slightly too small for me, but I will wear it when I'm like doing lots of exercise and stuff. It will fit me. So I'm just a bit disappointed that it clearly hasn't been washed, which she hasn't washed it probably because it's dry clean only. And that's all well and good when it's something you're keeping yourself and you could just wipe away the deodorant marks and go, oh, well, it's fine, and just, spray it with some Febreze. But when you're selling it to somebody else and it's clearly not been washed, and I wasn't informed that it's dry clean only, that's really annoying. But as I say, I think I would keep it. I'm going to keep all these things. I like them. But those 2 dresses, time will tell whether I wear them. I think the thing is that when I get ready for an evening out or a gig, if I put it on and go, I don't feel confident in this, fine, it will go back on the rail. And if that happens a couple of times, it's out of here. And I don't tend to resell things, tend to just charity shop them. Maybe I will resell. I don't know. And I'm going to risk it, I think, with that dry clean only. Who wants to dry clean things? I have one dress that I dry clean because it's a French Connection dress and it's sequined and it is beautiful, but it has to be specialist cleaned. So it costs about 30 quid to have it cleaned. So I wear it very carefully and I'm like all the deodorant so that it doesn't smell, and, just like wear it carefully so I only have to wash it a minimum amount of times. But it's so pretty that I'm like, I will dry clean you. You deserve to be dry cleaned. And there is no way you could wash it. Just putting it on, the sequins can get a bit tangled. There is no way, even hand washing, it would 100% just be destroyed. So I will take the dry cleaning of that, but I am not dry cleaning anything else. As I say, I don't mind if the odd thing comes and it's not ideal. I expect that some things will come and they don't fit that well or they don't look that great. Both those red dresses, I like the cut of them, and provided that they fit me at the given time I want to wear them, then I like the dresses. So I think I will keep them because it's nice to have an option if your weight's fluctuating, and I will risk washing the other one. I can't even let you know how that would go because I'm going to edit and upload this today, so you'll never know. Maybe I'll put it on the Facebook group. I do have, I noticed, a refer a friend link for Vinted. If you're not on Vinted, I'll put that link below. As I said, this isn't an ad, but I think I get some credit for Vinted. That would be really nice. And I will put it in the Facebook group as well. If I do have links and stuff, I do try to put them on there. I'm not the most active in that group yet, but I will be. I have really high hopes for how lovely that group's going to be. So do join and come hang out. That's everything that I have to say about how I have been going to Vinted rather than going to the shops because I can just buy things on my phone. As a whole, I like the things that come. I like the experience of using Vinted, and I have definitely reached for Vinted rather than saying, right, we need to go on a shopping trip. And it is so much less effort than trying to fit in the time to go shopping. As I said, next month, refill shop. I'm going to do it. I will put in the Facebook group to see tips about going to a refill shop. And I will try to share experience of doing that and share the ones that I go to and what have you. So as I say, join in and please do join the challenges. I would love to know. Tell me how you get on with buying clothes secondhand. Do you like Vinted? Do you shop elsewhere? Also, next time, refill shop. We're going to talk about that. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I know that was a bit of waffle. But, who doesn't love waffles? Right, thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, hit like, subscribe, all the things. You know what the things are. Join the group. I'll see you all soon for another video. Take care.